The for sale sign had appeared in my front yard on Tuesday morning. By Saturday, my parents were hosting an open house in the property I'd owned for 6 years. I sat in my study, laptop open, reviewing acquisition documents for the commercial plaza I was purchasing downtown. Through the window, I could see potential buyers streaming through my front door, my mother greeting them with practiced enthusiasm. Welcome. This is a stunning property. 4,200 square feet, completely renovated chef's kitchen, incredible backyard. We're very motivated sellers. Motivated sellers. Of a house they didn't own. My phone buzzed with messages from my sister Ashley's wedding planning group chat. Mom had added me without asking. Mom, the open house is going great. Already have 3 serious offers. Ashley's dream wedding is happening. Party popper. Ashley, I can't believe you're doing this for me, Mom. The venue I want is $85,000, but it's so worth it. Dad, just collected a $10,000 earnest money deposit from a couple who love the house. This is going to work out perfectly. I typed a message to my real estate attorney Victoria Chong. They're collecting deposits now. How fast can you get here? Victoria, 20 minutes. I'm bringing the full title documentation and a police officer. This is going to be memorable. My parents had announced their plan at Sunday dinner 2 weeks ago. Ashley was getting married in 6 months, and she wanted a wedding that would make a statement. Estimated cost, $200,000. We'll sell your house, Megan, Dad had said as if it were already decided. You've been living here rent-free anyway. Time to contribute to the family. Rent-free. In the house I'd purchased at age 27 for $680,000. Cash from my earnings as a commercial real estate developer. This house is mine, I'd said calmly. I own it. It's not for sale. Don't be selfish, Mom had snapped. Ashley's wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event. You can find a nice apartment somewhere. This house is too big for you anyway. I own this house. It's in my name. You can't sell it. Dad had waved dismissively. We looked into it. You're our daughter. We're your parents. Legally, we can make decisions about family assets on your behalf. They couldn't, of course. That's not how property law works. But they'd consulted some friend of a friend who'd given them spectacularly bad legal advice, and they decided to run with it. I'd watched them list the house online. Watched them schedule showings. Watched them collect information from real estate agents about comparable sales. I'd said nothing. Just waited. Because sometimes people need to learn lessons the hard way. Through the window, I saw Dad shaking hands with a young couple, accepting what looked like a check. My mother was showing another family the master bedroom. My bedroom with my clothes still in the closet. The current occupant will be moving out within 30 days, I heard Mom say as the tour group passed my study door. She's been living here temporarily, but the house is definitely available. Temporarily. For 6 years. My phone rang. Victoria. I'm pulling up now. Officer Martinez is with me. Are they actively showing the property? Open house in full swing. They've collected at least 1 deposit that I've seen. Perfect. Stay where you are. This is about to get interesting. 3 minutes later, my front door opened with authority. Victoria's voice cut through the ambient chatter of house hunters. Excuse me. Can I have everyone's attention, please? The conversation died. I stood, walking out of my study to see Victoria in the foyer, Officer Martinez beside her, both holding official-looking documents. I'm Victoria Chong, real estate attorney. This open house is being conducted fraudulently. This property is not for sale. The people hosting this event do not own this house and have no legal authority to sell it. My mother's face went pale. That's absurd. This is a family matter. This is a property matter, Victoria corrected. She held up the documents. I have here the deed of record for 427 Riverside Drive. The sole owner is Megan Patricia Warner, who purchased this property on June 15, 2018, for $680,000, cash payment, no mortgage. Title is clear and unencumbered. Megan is our daughter, Dad said, his voice taking on that authoritative tone he used when he wanted to sound important. We have the right to manage her assets. She's 33 years old, Victoria said flatly. She's not a minor. You have 0 legal rights to her property. What you're doing is called real estate fraud and it's a felony. Now wait just a minute, Dad started. Officer Martinez stepped forward. Sir, did you collect money from any potential buyers today? I collected an earnest money deposit. Perfectly normal in real estate transactions. For a property you don't own. That's theft by deception. Martinez pulled out his notepad. How much did you collect? Dad's confidence faltered. $10,000. But it's going toward my daughter's wedding. It's going back to the people you defrauded, Martinez said. Immediately. Where's the check? The young couple who'd given Dad the deposit stepped forward, looking alarmed. We gave him $10,000. He said the house was available for immediate purchase. I'm so sorry, Victoria said to them. This property is not for sale. These people have no authority to sell it. You'll get your money back right now. My mother found her voice. Megan, tell them this is just a misunderstanding. We're family. We're helping Ashley. By committing real estate fraud with my property? I said calmly. No, Mom. This isn't helping anyone. This is stealing. We're not stealing. We're your parents. What's yours is the family's. Victoria pulled out more documents. Actually, let's talk about what belongs to whom. Megan, shall I present the full picture? I nodded. Megan Warner is the CEO of Warner Development Group, a commercial real estate firm she founded at age 26. Current portfolio value, $127 million across 18 properties. This house, which she owns free and clear, is her personal residence. She also owns the condo complex where you, Robert and Patricia Warner, currently live. My parents froze. The affordable rent you've been paying for the past 4 years? Victoria continued. 50% below market rate. Your landlord is your daughter. She's been subsidizing your housing while you apparently plan to sell her house without permission. The room full of potential buyers was dead silent, watching this family drama unfold with horrified fascination. Additionally, Victoria said, pulling out bank statements, Megan has been making monthly deposits into Ashley's checking account for the past 2 years. $1,500 monthly. $36,000 total. Ashley believed these were wedding gifts from Grandma's estate. There is no Grandma's estate. It was Megan. Funding her sister's wedding savings while you all apparently decided to commit fraud to get more. Ashley, who'd arrived mid-confrontation, looked stricken. Megan, is that true? Yes. I wanted to help with your wedding. Legitimately. Not by having my house stolen and sold out from under me. I didn't know, Ashley whispered. I thought Mom and Dad owned this house. They said you were just staying here temporarily. They lied, I said simply. About a lot of things apparently. Officer Martinez was writing in his notepad. Mr. and Mrs. Warner, you've committed several crimes today. Real estate fraud. Theft by deception. Possibly identity theft if you forged any documents with your daughter's name. You need to return all money collected immediately and cease this fraudulent sale. We were just trying to help Ashley, Mom said, tears starting. The wedding venue she wants. Costs $85,000, I finished. I know. I was planning to contribute $30,000 as a wedding gift. I was going to tell you at Thanksgiving. But instead, you decided to sell my house without permission. The silence was deafening. So here's what's going to happen, I said, my voice calm but firm. Everyone who gave you money today gets refunded immediately. You're going to apologize to every single person in this room for wasting their time with a fraudulent listing. The for sale sign comes down. The online listings get deleted. And you never, ever attempt to sell property that isn't yours again. And the wedding contribution? Dad asked quietly. There isn't one anymore. Ashley can have the $36,000 I already gave her. But the additional $30,000? That was contingent on you all treating me with basic respect and not committing felonies with my assets. She was crying now. Megan, I'm so sorry. I didn't know they were doing this. I thought. You thought you deserved a $200,000 wedding funded by selling your sister's house. Even if they had owned it, Ashley, did you ever ask if I was okay with being displaced for your party? She couldn't meet my eyes. Victoria addressed the room of disappointed house hunters. I apologize for wasting your time today. This property is not for sale and was never legitimately listed. If you gave money to these people, please stay so we can process your refunds. Otherwise, thank you for your patience. The crowd dispersed slowly, some shooting disgusted looks at my parents, others just grateful to escape the awkwardness. After the refunds were processed and the last confused buyer had left, my family stood in my foyer looking lost. What happens now? Mom asked quietly. Officer Martinez, are you pressing charges? I asked. He looked at my parents with clear distaste. That's up to Ms. Warner. She's the victim here. I considered it. Watching my parents sweat. Watching them realize they'd committed actual crimes. No charges, I said finally. On one condition. You move out of my condo within 60 days. I'm selling that building and I don't want to be your landlord anymore. Find your own place. Pay market rent. Learn to live within your actual means instead of mine. Megan, Dad started. I'm not negotiating. You tried to steal my house. You're lucky I'm not having you arrested. But this, I gestured around my home, this is over. The subsidies, the secret gifts, the funding your lifestyle while you treat me like I'm nobody? Done. We never treated you like nobody, Mom protested weakly. You tried to sell my house without asking me. You told buyers I was a temporary occupant in my own home. You've been living in my property at half price while planning to profit from my assets. That's exactly how you treat someone you consider nobody. Ashley approached hesitantly. Megan, I really didn't know. Can I still have a relationship with you? I looked at my little sister. 26, engaged, caught up in wedding fever and our parents' manipulations. That depends on you, Ash. Can you have a relationship with me that doesn't involve me funding your dreams while being treated as invisible? I want to try, she said softly. I'm sorry. For all of it. Then we'll try. But the $85,000 venue? Find a different one. The money I gave you is all you're getting from me. The rest is your responsibility. She nodded, still crying. My parents left without another word, Dad clutching the refund receipts, Mom dabbing at her eyes with tissues. After they were gone, Victoria started packing up her documents. You handled that well. Did I? I feel like I just nuked my family relationships. You set boundaries with people who were committing crimes against you. That's not nuking relationships. That's basic self-respect. She paused. For what it's worth, the shock on their faces when I revealed your actual financial situation. Priceless. I laughed despite myself. They really had no idea. Because you never told them. I wanted to see if they'd respect me without the money. Turns out they didn't respect me even with it. They just wanted to steal it. Victoria left, Officer Martinez following after confirming no charges would be filed. I stood alone in my house that I'd earned, that I'd purchased, that was mine, and felt the weight of the day settle over me. My phone buzzed. Ashley. I'm canceling the $85,000 venue. Found something nice for $15,000. I don't need the huge wedding. I need my sister. Can we have coffee this week? I typed back, Tuesday 10 a.m. The place near my office. Thank you. I love you. Love you too. My parents never apologized. They moved out of my condo 58 days later, leaving passive-aggressive notes about how I'd become too successful for family. I sold the building for $4.7 million. Ashley's wedding was beautiful. Intimate. $15,000, mostly funded by the money I'd already given her. She invited me to help plan it. Asked my opinion. Treated me like a sister instead of an ATM. My parents weren't speaking to me. That was fine. The house they tried to sell stayed mine. The relationships built on respect stayed healthy. And the people who tried to commit fraud to fund a party? They learned that property law is real, consequences exist, and some houses are simply not for sale. No matter how badly your sister wants a champagne wedding on a beer budget,